Hello and welcome to the Hot Dog and a Handshake Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Jayden Ginswider. Joining me is my co-host, former DDT Ironman Heavy Metalweight Champion Shane Price. Shane, how you doing this week?
I'm all right.
All right, and of course, Jolka is back as well. How you doing, Jolka?
I'm doing great to be here. I'm glad to not be working for once.
Oh, are we doing fucking Jeopardy this week because he's here?
No, we're not. We got too much other stuff going on. I'll save that for a free week.
Did I win any of the predictions last week?
I don't think you have.
I mean, I don't think I did either, and I didn't even hear the results. But sometimes, I think one time I've thrown a perfect play.
Yeah. I don't know. My computer's being super slow, and I wanted to load the tab right now. So we'll look. Let's see here. Maybe. I will mention that we are recording during Game 1 of the Cubs Padres wild card series. So if Shane randomly starts yelling during the episode, that is what it's about.
I'll mute myself. Don't worry.
Let's see here. Jolka. Let's see if it'll load. You were close on WrestlePalooza, Jolka. I only beat you by 3.
All right. Did Shane lose that one?
Yeah, Shane lost. He only had 4 points. He totally whiffed.
Nice.
But I think that's the last one that you were here for us to predict. You were this for predictions.
The only storyline in the Fat that I know is the Los Gringos.
Yeah. Let's see. On this week's episode, we will talk about New Japan Destruction. We'll get into everything that's been happening this week as well. Of course, I will start with my collar and elbow question. This week, guys, AJ Styles has been talking a lot about retirement. So if you could book it, who would be AJ's last match? If you want to, you can give me like a dream choice and a realistic choice, because a lot of his career rivals aren't really options right now. But Shane, I'll give it to you first. Who would you want to see AJ wrestle in his last match?
Dream choice is Samoa Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. If it could happen, it would be Samoa Joe.
Realistic thing, like a Jovan Evans type guy.
Okay, put somebody young over.
It's reminding me of like that young AJ too.
Yeah. Have we ever gotten him and Gunther one-on-one?
Probably not.
I don't think we've seen that match.
I don't think we've had AJ and Gunther one-on-one.
Yes, in a house show.
On a house, okay, just on a house show. So I feel like that would be if Gunther was the guy to retire him, that'd be pretty awesome.
I don't think AJ Styles'
the Gunther house show run would be fire.
I don't think his last match is going to be in WWE. I think he's going to go back to TNA for his last match.
That would be possible.
And wrestle who?
Leon Slater.
A big match with Powerade? Yeah, okay.
Well, I feel like if he does go to TNA, I think Leon Slater's the obvious choice. They had that moment at Slammiversary. It'd be kind of like your Javon Evans pick, putting a young guy over. I also feel like just because of the Bullet Club connection, Finn Balor would be a fun pick.
That would
just
be a
to see, AJ's last match ending with the little, the too sweet and, the respect those two have for each other would be great. What if it's his former tag team partner, Omos? What if Omos is his last match?
I like that.
I don't know if that'd be a good choice for a last match.
No, I don't think it would.
Be a great choice. Right. Wouldn't be a good choice. It'd be a great choice.
I really like the Javon Evans pick. I think, obviously, I don't think he's going to AEW. I think he's talked about wanting to train, and I think he's going to go to start working at the Performance Center as soon as he retires. So I think he'll be with WWE for a while. So I think like you said, Javon Evans. I think Obafemi would be a good one for him to put over. Um, in his last match, Dominic Mysterio. I mean, putting something on the resume of someone young, someone up and coming, able to say, "Hey, I retired AJ Styles," would I think would be pretty big. But if not, there's a few obvious connections there.
I mean, they could always end it how they started it with Roman Reigns, because it was Reigns in the ring at the Rumble when AJ debuted.
It's true. I mean, that would be a big money match to end it with, too. Yeah, that could happen. But knowing WWE, it'll probably be something dumb like Solo Sikoa.
Oh man, the most bland Samoan of all time.
Yeah. I'll do outside the ring news here. It was announced today, AEW Blood and Guts, November 12th. So we will be getting AEW Blood and Guts and WWE War Games in the same month. What do you think of that, Shane?
Sure. I mean, big fan of War Games style matches, so I can't complain.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good attempt again by WWE to shut out AEW.
Well, this time it was AEW. AEW put their War Game style match just a couple weeks before War Games. I think this is like hey, you guys want to counter program us? Let's play this game, and we'll put on the better match. Like I think this is going to be put your
That's
money where your
brilliant.
mouth is, and let's see where this goes. I know we're going to be getting a women's War Games match or women's Blood and Guts match in AEW this year. I don't know if they will do two. They usually do it as a TV special, so it would be hard to pack two into that time. But NXT in the past has put two War Games matches on a 2.5 hour pay per view, so
They were
I think
probably the
it
only two
could be
matches on the
possible.
card.
They usually had like two matches in between. It'd be like a War Games, two matches, War Games. Other news, other announcements, WWE has officially, we've pretty much known it for a while, but it is official now. John Cena's last match, Saturday night's main event, December 13th, Washington, D.C. Who do we think he's going to wrestle?
I think he ends it with Brock again.
Ugh.
I don't
There's
know.
no
I don't
way
know.
they just had Brock destroy him like that just to leave it. And if they
There
did,
is a
that's
way.
really shitty booking.
Yeah. I mean,
This
So that is
is
a
WWE.
possibility.
yeah. I don't know. Just with so little matches left, because we know he's wrestling AJ at Crown Jewel. We know he'll wrestle at Survivor Series. I don't know if he'll be in the War Games match. I think putting him in War Games would be a crazy choice. I would be really down for that, but I don't know if they will. And we know they have this. So we know he has 3 matches guaranteed. He does have 2 more Raw appearances, so he might do like a last Raw match thing. So there's only so many spots he has left. Do we see him try to win the Intercontinental title on his way out?
I was just thinking Dominic Mysterio when you said he had a few Raw matches left. That would
Yeah.
be his last accomplishment he needs to get his
Yeah, I mean
triple
he's
crown
done everything
championship.
else. Like he's won all the other titles. He's won the Rumble. He's won Money in the Bank. Like he's done pretty much everything you can do. He's just never been Intercontinental Champion.
It seems it would just be a shame to take it off of Dom at this point, though.
Yeah, I think if you do that, Dom wins. I think it's him trying for it and failing, but or probably from Dominic cheating. Honestly, he probably gets cheated out of it. But we could go the young star route. Obafemi just lost the NXT title. He's due for a main roster call up any day now. So Obafemi being that last match. Braun Breaker being the last match. Gunther again would be a great one to have retire Cena. Like there's a lot of guys who could stand to gain from being able to say, I retired the GOAT. You guys call this guy the greatest of all time. I sent him packing.
Yeah, that's a big card that only one person's going to get to play.
Yeah. So I don't
That's
know.
worth more than any championship.
I mean, yeah, it definitely could elevate you into the conversation, especially for someone like I said, a Braun Breaker or an Obafemi, someone who hasn't been to that world title scene before. You know, maybe Gunther doesn't necessarily need it. He has the world title reigns to say, "Hey, I'm a top guy around here." But
maybe LA Knight.
Could
LA
be
Knight
LA
would be a
Knight.
good one.
There's a little history there. They teamed up at that pay-per-view. Was that 2 years ago? Last year,
Yeah.
something like that. So yeah,
Shelton
that
Benjamin,
could be
Randy Orton, Batista, and then a stand-in for Lesnar.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah, good enough.
Yeah. Fortunately, that can't happen. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
I could see Cena in War Games, though. Seeing him as like a team captain and he goes back and recruiting people from his era, just like a legendary team.
That would be interesting. Just a team of I don't know who would the heels be. Would it be like the Vision? Would it be a team of?
It would have to be the Vision.
A team of old timers putting the new guys in their place, kind of thing. I'm pretty sure Rey Mysterio is close to getting cleared to return, so he could be on Team Cena
if he doesn't have a match in between and gets injured again.
It's true. That is true. Very possible.
Rey Mysterio gets injured putting his gear on in the locker room. Like,
yeah. Other WWE news, like I said, Obafemi lost the NXT title. New NXT champion Ricky Saints. What do you guys think of that?
It was coming. It was definitely coming.
It's fine. Win.
I did love when they were doing the whole invasion angle and there was like a 30-man brawl happening in the ring and Ricky Saints just like walked over to the NXT title and was just looking at it like he couldn't care less about what was going on behind him. He was just focused on that. I thought that was really funny. He's a big star. Like he's a great wrestler. We've seen him in AEW and now in NXT. Like he is definitely deserving of that accolade.
Absolutely.
And
I thought he shouldn't even have had to start in NXT. I thought he should have been a main roster start right from the beginning.
I thought you could have made an argument for that for sure. But I think they like getting guys into their system and go up that way. But Shane, I'm gonna throw this one to you. This story kind of broke while we were recording last week. The Masha Slamovich situation. Seeing as that she's mostly an indie competitor, very prominently in GCW, I'll let you handle this. What do we know now?
Masha apologized as Masha and not as Anna or Anne or whatever her real name is that she chooses to go by. She apologized, but then also blamed Akira, which is total horseshit because there are levels, and I do think Akira did beat her up, but there's levels to it. When you are Jolka, I know you were here last week. I know you don't know what I'm talking about probably, but a Dropbox came out. I want to say last Tuesday.
It was as we were recording last Tuesday, or we found out about it as we were recording last Tuesday.
And in that Dropbox, there's pictures of the abuse, the messages. She's been horrible, not to just Akira, but to Killer Kelly, her former tag team partner, friends, and also just there's a picture of a frying pan in that Dropbox, and the frying pan is curved this way, like around a neck.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And so apologizing not as Anna or Ann or whatever you want to go by in your real name, but use your ring name, to me screams that you are trying to save your job and not really sad. Not really upset you're being found out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know TNA are independently investigating. We'll see what they decide because she is also contracted to TNA.
She's the champion.
Yeah. Has GCW pulled? I thought Kalani Jordan beat her at whatever the hell it was, Victory Road or whatever.
Though she had a championship, she had a championship match against Ash by Elegance, so she wasn't champion, but she was going to be champion. No, she was going to lose that match because she wasn't re-signing with TNA.
Oh,
But
okay.
she is technically still a JCW champion, I believe, on technicality of the show being next week.
Mm-hmm.
No, this Saturday. But she has been pulled from the show in Alaska.
Okay. So she's being pulled from GCW dates. I know other independent promotions. I think maybe Revolver was one of them. Pulled her from their dates. So we'll see how this all plays out. As of right now, it seems like she's being pulled from most indie dates, and we'll see what TNA decides. But like you said, she was likely leaving TNA soon anyway, so it may. We'll see how that all plays out. Do you got anything else on it, or is that pretty much it?
Uh, as of now, Masha most likely will at the bare minimum take time off. Her trainer, her trainer in Japan has historically been a shit bag, so I would hate to see her there. But there's always a chance for her to return to Marvelous. Um, but
Mm-hmm.
it she probably shouldn't be in the business for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
anywhere near being in it within the next few calendar years feels wrong. Especially with the drop box being so extensive as it was, I think that she should just be out of the business.
Mm-hmm. All right. In better news, happier news here. Haruki Goto returned at the New Japan Destruction press conference, announced that he will be back in the ring at King of Pro Wrestling here in a couple weeks. Him as well as Yoshihashi will be reuniting Bishamon to team with Yo against 3 members of TMDK. You excited to see Haruki Goto back?
Duh, the GTR. Hello.
Yep. Do we feel like what do we feel like Goto? Where's he going to fit in going forward? Is that the Wrestle Kingdom match for Takeshita? Does he need to get his lick back at Saber? What are your
I,
thoughts, man? Where
I
do you think it's
think
going?
he's gonna. I don't know if he'll be the big match for Takeshita, but that would be a big draw. I mean, their biggest draw is already set from what I've seen. But I could see it being the Takashita Championship match. I could see it being the CSJ match too. He needs to do something. 'Cause he's gonna lose the belt soon, and it'll be kind of floating through there until Wrestle
Yeah,
Kingdom.
and I think there's a story to be told there with Haruki Goto wanting to get back at the guy that injured him, and that being that would be a big time special singles match for Wrestle Kingdom. And also, I don't think they've announced that Aaron Wolf guy's first opponent. That could be Goto. That would be probably pretty fun.
They have announced his first opponent.
Oh, they have announced his opponent
It's
for Wrestle
it's it's
Kingdom.
what I, it's why yeah
Who
it's
is it
why I
going to be?
call it's Tanahashi.
Oh, okay.
It's the biggest draw.
That's I don't know for Tanahashi's last match though, going with a brand new guy.
The president putting over the immediately a big time player.
Hmm. Yeah, like I would be. It would make tons of sense if it wasn't Tanahashi's last match. You know what I mean? But we'll see. I guess we'll. I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure we'll. If it's what Tanahashi wants to do, if it's the way he wants to go out, that works. Quick hits here. First, the Hardy Boys appeared on Kai Cenat Mafia-thon. Did you see this, Shane?
No, I'm 24 years old. I have better things to do than watch Kai Cenat.
I don't watch Kai Cenat either, but this popped up on my feed several times. The Hardy Boys appear in all these guys that are, I don't know, what are they, like 21, 20, something like that? They're about my age. They start popping off and doing the juke with Jeff Hardy, and you see Matt doing like his delete thing, and just nobody cares.
Oh yeah, I saw that clip.
Yeah. Like they all are excited for Jeff Hardy, and Matt's just there to hold the belts.
Story of his fucking life.
Yeah, you beat me to it by half a second.
Yeah. Yeah, he got little bro'd by his little bro. It was really funny. And then this I just thought was a crazy headline. The Miz recalls career-defining advice from Billy Kidman at the Playboy Mansion.
That's a great headline.
Yeah.
Just imagining Billy Kidman at the Playboy Mansion, hidden shooting star presses off of staircases.
Dude, just in the white tank and the jean shorts in the backwards
I'd
hat.
hope so.
Into models, just hold still, girl. I promise this is gonna work.
Yeah. You can run if you want to.
All right, on to the TV of the week in AEW. Starting with Dynamite, of course. Adam Copeland tells Christian Cage he's going to be gone for a while. His family got involved, went poorly. Beth Phoenix got pile driver. In reality, what this is he has a TV show. He has a TV show to go record to film. So he'll be gone for a little bit to film his TV show, and then he'll come back at some point. I imagine we're gonna. Oh, what's up?
Speaking of Adam Copeland, anyone else catch how cool that was when he did his little tribute to John Cena?
Yeah. I think we talked about it a little bit last week when we talked about All Out. That was really fun. I really loved that part of the match.
Oh, that was more than a week ago.
Yeah.
My timeline is off.
Yeah, it happens. So I imagine Christian will move back into the Nick Wayne story. Do you think, Shane?
Maybe. It kind of makes the most sense.
I know Nick Wayne's hurt, but maybe they can pull something off with that. I don't know how long Nick Wayne's going to be out. They didn't pull the Ring of Honor TV title off of him, so that gives me some hope that maybe it's just kind of a short-term injury. Did you see the FTR Willow Nightingale segment?
No.
Oh, okay. It was really great. FTR come out to the ring, do their typical FTR thing. They both cut great promos about what happened. With in the whole Beth Phoenix situation, Dax was trying to say that when Beth hit him in the nose, it made, because of his broken nose, his eyes watered up, and he didn't realize he was pile driving Beth Phoenix. He thought he had Copeland. He thought he had Adam Copeland. Like,
all right, man, whatever you say, buddy.
That's the best.
And then Willow Nightingale came out to defend Beth Copeland and to, talk some shit to FTR. And just as you thought, she slapped the shit out of Stokely also, which was awesome. And then just when you thought FTR were maybe going to attack her, here comes Jet Speed, Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight to the rescue. And so it looks like we're setting up an FTR Jet Speed maybe this week on the 6th anniversary Dynamite, maybe down the road. I think the biggest news, though, that came out of Dynamite was Tony Khan has announced women's tag team titles. You have any thoughts on this, Shane?
I still don't think they have a real division, which is a problem.
I don't think so either. That's what I was trying to think of. Is I was like, they have like maybe 3 teams.
Which is why they should give it to a Stardom team at first, build up some credibility if an established team winning the belt, and then when you build up your division, you can make it more reliant on AEW talent.
So what's really going to happen here is Mercedes Moné is going to pick a tag team partner, and she's going to win those belts.
If that happens, it's a terrible title. If that happens, it's a terrible title.
Okay, but what if her tag team partner is Sarie?
Okay, I'll be here for that, but like,
I don't know, because like Athena and Billy maybe could be the first champions. You have Julia Hart and Sky Blue. I don't think Anna Jay and Tay Mello they'll be in like the tournament, but I don't think they should be the first champions. I would think maybe Willow and Chris Statlander, but Statlander has the women's world title right now, so I don't know if they'll do that. Maybe Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta. I don't know. Who do you think should be the champions, the first champions?
I like your last selection there. It really reminds me of when TNA did women's belts, tag belts.
Yeah, didn't they put it on my Eric? Didn't they put Eric Young?
Damn straight they did.
We'll see. We'll see. And then at the end of the show, Chris Statlander successfully defended her title against Mina Shirakawa. That was a pretty solid match. And then the Death Riders come out. Chris Statlander refuses Moxley's offer to join the Death Riders. And then Darby Allin comes out with the fucking flamethrower. Just out of nowhere, Darby Allin comes down the aisle or down the entrance ramp with the flamethrower. Challenges Moxley to an I Quit match for Wrestle Dream. That match is official. How do you think this ends? What can they do to top what they've already done, Shane?
I think they're going to kill Darby Allin.
Yeah, one of them has to die. That's the only way to escalate.
I think they're going to kill him.
Yeah, because at the pay-per-view, he set Moxley on fire. So they've already done fire. Does somebody get I was about to say, does somebody get stabbed with a knife? Like, what are they gonna do?
Flaming thumbtacks.
I guess that's how you up it.
I mean, I've always thought if you put out a thing of thumbtacks and then you dumped salt all over it, you'd be proving a really big point because that's going to really sting. That's going to really sting.
Darby Allin mentored by Sting, so there's a connection there.
There we go.
I don't know what is Darby Allin. Is there going to be like a live snake or something? Like, what are they going to do that could top the fire already happening? Nail
Darby
gun?
Allin's going to ride a tiger to the ring.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll just have to see at Wrestle Dream. On Collision, just a few things I liked. The Acclaimed beat Swirl, but they did not scissor. They thought about it, but they didn't. With all the injuries to the Bang Bang Bang, to Bang Bang Gang, to Bullet Club Gold, Ace Austin has now joined the ranks. Rejoined up with them. He was part of the Bullet Club under Jay White when he was in TNA. So now teaming with Juice and Austin Gunn will be Ace Austin. And then Jamie Hayter, like I said earlier, throws out the Blood and Guts challenge. We know it will be Triangle of Madness on one side with a fourth and maybe a fifth person. And on the other side, we'll have Jamie Hayter. We'll have Queen Aminata. We'll probably have Willow. And then we'll have to see who else fills out those rosters. Is there anybody particular you'd like to see in that match that we don't already know is in there, Shane?
I don't think so. I think it has been announced as kind of like the good core of the match, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to think of who would team up with Jamie Hayter, Queen Aminata, Willow Nightingale, maybe Mina. I feel like she would maybe be open to do some crazy shit. Tony Storm being in it would be funny if she just joined in with that. I mean, she does have problems with the not the Death Triangle, the Triangle of Madness or whatever they're calling themselves, the House of Heart. So I feel like Tony would do some ridiculous shit in a war game style match, and that would be really fun. We'll just have to see how that builds out. Like we said, we got about a month and a half to get there, so we'll see how they plan that out. And I want the advantage match has to be Queen Aminata and Tekla 1-on-1 with everybody else banned from ringside. That has to be what we do to decide the advantage. All right, Shane, you want to talk New Japan Destruction here?
Let's get into it.
This card, the first big New Japan show since the G1 final. So we are on the road to Wrestle Kingdom, and it takes a stop in Kobe for Destruction. The opener was a 4-on-4 tag. Actually, real quick first, predictions. I won 32-29. So we both only picked 2 matches incorrectly, but with the confidence points, mine worked out just a little in my favor. So yeah, El Desperado, Shota Umino, Yoshihashi, and Yo versus the House of Torture's Dick Togo, Doki, Evil, and Sonata. What'd you think of this opener, Shane?
It was all right.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time.
I do love goofy House of Torture shenanigans when it is Sonata in the opener.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the House of Torture's fun when it's not the main event. When they're not constantly ruining the main event of shows. Yeah. I like the El Desperado and Doki storyline continuing. Like I said to you off air, I want this to end with a death match at the Tokyo Dome. And I think if there's 2 guys who are best fit for that, it's those 2. What do you think of Shota Umino and Yuya Uemura as a tag team? That's something we're seeing kind of put together as we're heading towards World Tag League. What are your thoughts on that combo?
I think it's an interesting combo of the 2 young guys who haven't really been pushed as hard as the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see where they go from there.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of chemistry they have. And then one last time, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Great-O-Khan. Tanahashi improves to 3-0 in his career against Great-O-Khan.
Never stood a chance by poor quote-unquote Mongolian man.
Yeah, I thought this one was also just kind of fine. Like, it was an all right match. Nothing really of note. And then we got Oleg Bolin versus Don Fale, which was predictably dog shit.
Yeah.
It sucks that they did this to Oleg. They made him deal with this. More House of Torture shenanigans. Or not.
Don
Yeah, it's House of
Fale
Torture.
might be the worst member of House of Torture.
Yeah. And that's a hard thing to do. There are a lot of shitters in that stable, and he is somehow how is he still on my TV in 2025? He wasn't good like 10 years ago.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't good 10 years ago. I can tell you from personal experience.
That's what I'm saying. He was not good 10 years ago. How is he still around?
He's like this. He's at the Anoa'i of New Japan.
Yeah.
You always gotta every company needs to have that one bloodline member to be a real company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess. And then this is where the show really picked up. If you haven't watched Destruction and you want to check it out, I would say just skip the first 3. Start here. Taichi and Tomohiro Ishii versus Yuto Ice and Oscar, the Knockout Brothers. What did you think of this, Shane?
This was the first really good match of the night. I wish I could watch this match more than once. I think it was really good.
Yes, it was so good. It was pretty good. I gave it 3.5 stars. The Knockout Brothers. I'm quickly becoming a big fan of this team.
I
Yuto
just
Ice.
love Ice's stupid gimmick so much.
He's the most interesting man in New Japan, dude. Like, by far.
I love his stupid gimmick of the fucking grills and the chain. Dude's literally
Bleach
Paul
blonde hair.
Wall.
Yeah, the bomba clot knee, dude.
Dude, Jolka, I am not kidding. The dude's bit is grills, chain, bleach blonde hair.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That what you said, the most interesting man in New Japan should be on a T-shirt for that guy.
Yeah.
It just sounds right.
Yeah. So yeah, Shane, right choice to put the titles on them?
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. The next match was, let's see, what was next? Oh yeah, it was the GHC Junior Heavyweight Championship. First time in 21 years, I think they said, that the GHC Junior title was defended in the New Japan ring. Hiromu Takahashi defended against Taiji Ishimori. I thought this was pretty good, 3.25 stars. I think these two always do at least pretty good when they're matched up together. And Taiji Ishimori did hold that GHC title several times when he was in Noah. What'd you think of this one, Shane?
I think it was pretty good. I do agree. I do kind of wish Taiji won it. I would have liked to have seen him versus Aita more.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll take what I can get.
I think right now Hiromu's the bigger star. He has got more stock.
Yeah. Give it a week, though.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. This show, though, did serve to set up 2 matches for the upcoming big Noah show. Hiromu will defend against, what's his name? Aita? Aita? How do you... I know how it's spelled out. How do you pronounce that guy's name?
1 second, I gotta read it again to be sure I'm right here. The Aita?
Aita, okay. And then Hiroshi Tanahashi will wrestle one more time in a Noah ring against Kaito Kiyomiya. What do you think of that matchup?
Somehow, and this is kind of crazy, it is not the most exciting upcoming Kaito match, which you think it would be, given it's Tanahashi.
Mm-hmm. What's the most exciting match?
Hayabusa.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I did see that, yeah. So, that is crazy. Wrestling Hayabusa and Hiroshi Tanahashi coming up.
You're welcome.
Big time
Not
schedule.
Tanahashi. It was a Kaito Kiyomiya.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's a big couple matches coming up for Kaito Kiyomiya, wrestling Tanahashi and wrestling Hayabusa.
And he still
I would love Tanahashi and Hayabusa, though, if we could make that happen before he retires.
I'll get to work on it. Don't you worry. Call my guys in Japan.
Yeah. Next up, we had the first of kind of the 3 big matches to close out the show. David Finlay and Yota Tsuji. I feel like these guys could have done better, but they did still put on a pretty good match. I like that Yota Tsuji picks up the win in this unaffiliated versus Bullet Club War Dogs war that we're starting to have. What are your thoughts on? What were your thoughts on this one, Shane?
I mean, if you give him like a little more time, it'd be better. I think,
Mhm.
obviously. But this is pretty solid. You know, it was what I really wanted to see out of these two. Otherwise, I don't. I mean, I don't have a complaint over the winner. I think it was the right winner. I think Dave Finlay is just on the crevice of being at the top level, but not quite
Mhm.
there.
That's where he's been for a while, and I think if he, maybe I'm wrong because maybe I'm applying American crowd logic to the Japanese crowds, but if he stays where he is for much longer, fans are going to start getting behind him. They're going to start wanting to see him hit that next level and break into that main event scene.
Yeah,
So we could see him, yeah, kind of. I mean, somebody has to take that Haruki Goto loses every big opportunity spot now that Haruki Goto is a true world champion main event guy.
I'll be right back.
So, next match, though, was my match of the night, Gabe Kidd and Shingo Takagi. They went nuts. The made in Japan through the table made me nearly jump out of my chair. Like, that was awesome. What did you think of this global title defense for Gabe Kidd?
Uh, I wish he lost. You know, as I say, the no wife, no belt, no kids thing. I wish he got at least one of those, but apparently he's too good for that. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the crowd in Gabe Kids is really interesting, obviously still, but I don't know where we're gonna go from here really.
Mm-hmm. And then what did you think of the main event, Zack Sabre and Ren Narita?
It was better than I thought it was gonna be. I'll be real.
Yeah, yeah, I thought it was better than I expected. I still think that far and away match of the night was Shingo and Gabe Kidd, but and I, honestly, never a doubt. I knew Zach was pulling this off. You were trying to convince me that Ren Narita might win that match. Absolutely not.
I tried
I
my
was
damnedest.
riding with Zach all the way. He did win, and now I'll immediately stop riding with him because he is going to lose to Takeshita. I'm
Yes.
realistic. I love Zach, but I'm realistic. I also love Takeshita. He's another one of my favorites going right now, so I'm very excited for that match. But yeah, there's no way he gets past Takeshita.
Yep.
All right, tape up the light tubes. Take the door off its hinges. It's time for Shane's GCW corner.
So nothing has kind of happened in GCW in terms of recently. You know, obviously the whole Mosh situation happened, which threw a little curveball at it. We can talk about Bloodsport London, I guess. It happened. Um, it's definitely a British dominated show, obviously. It is not none of like your regular Bloodsport guys are on there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even being taped. It wasn't even being broadcasted live either. So
Really?
not really the most interesting Bloodsport, but if you like Bloodsport, you'll probably like it. You know, it's not out yet. Did it happen? And it'll be coming out on the 2nd. This weekend, GCW is going to Alaska. Right now, we have Joey Janela versus Kid Bandit,
Mm-hmm.
Priscilla Kelly, Billy Starks, Matt
Mm-hmm.
Tremont, and Zachary Wentz in a non-title contest, Atticus Kogar and Slade in a Is Blood banned match in Alaska. Would have to know before I rate that. And then Effie
Mm-hmm.
versus Chris Wilde for the championship.
Yeah. All right. So nothing else there going for GCW.
No, there was no shows this weekend minus Bloodsport,
Kind
so
of
nothing really out of the ordinary.
all right. Wait. All right. Jolka, what do you got on WWE this week?
Um, I've got the full report on Raw, but before I get to WWE, this is probably going to surprise both of you. I'm going to comment on something from CMLL. Oh shit! Just dropped
Okay.
something. As you guys both know, I'm big Pokemon fans, and CMLL is having a Lucha Libre wrestling show that is in contact with Pokemon, and they made a Pokemon CMLL championship belt that if you Google it, it looks like a plaque on a belt, to be real, but it's cool to see the Pokemon logo on there. And I thought that was an awesome team up for them to do something with pro wrestling. But on to WWE Raw. First off, we had Seth Rollins having a promo with Cody Rhodes about their upcoming match at Crown Jewel. Before that promo, they had made a whole video about Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins' past, going through Hell in a Cell, and both of them talking about respect. And Seth Rollins got face to face with Cody Rhodes and basically cut another boring promo. I don't know what Seth Rollins has been lacking lately, but talking about he was never friends with Cody Rhodes, that he was just the lesser of two evils at WrestleMania 40. So that they were just talking about their match at Crown Jewel, and it really isn't piquing that much interest.
Realistically, Cody Rhodes beat him with a fully torn pec. How are we supposed to expect Seth to ever be able to beat Cody Rhodes?
It's a great point.
Yeah, and they're going back and forth with the record too, saying that Seth Rollins has won one match out of their series, and they're just relying on that. It's a really another lazy storyline. I hate saying that. Interesting stuff that happened on Raw. Io Sky went out to help Rhea Ripley and try to separate them with Asuka and Kairi Sane, and she ended up getting misted and attacked by the Kabuki Warriors. So at Crown Jewel, it's going to be the Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. That's going to be one of the headlining tag team matches of the night.
There you go.
Well, we also had Raquel Rodriguez faced Bayley. A distraction from Roxanne Perez cost Bayley the match, but Bayley is right now the hottest and most interesting thing going on in female wrestling in WWE. She's got that split personality where she's really happy at one moment and then really mad at the other. And every guy, one time in their life, gets destroyed by a girl like that. So it's very interesting that they're putting that out in a storyline. Her and Lyra Valkyria are in that storyline right now, and Lila helped her last week and then got the wrath of her when she switched to crazy-ass Bayley. I don't know what they're calling the switch yet. They really haven't given a name. But I think that's one of the best storylines they got going on Raw. After that, we had Dominic Mysterio versus Rusev for the Intercontinental Championship. Rusev came out, and then Dominic Mysterio came out with the Judgment Day. And then after they got towards the ring, Finn Balor and JD McDonough were like, all right, peace out. You got this, because Dominic didn't help him last week. So they went to the back. Great match with Rusev and Dominic Mysterio. Really, really great match. It wasn't one-sided as everyone thought it would be. Dominic Mysterio really had a lot of offense in that match. And then he pulled off a low blow behind the referee's back and a nice roll-up to beat Rusev and keep the Intercontinental Championship. So he was able to do it without the Judgment Day present. Before the main event, we had another match that really wasn't advertised through the night. It was AJ Styles and Dragon Lee versus the El Americanos. It's really weird to see the El Americanos. I think they're getting a kind of out of control with this El Grande Americano storyline, which is, I'm an El Grande Americano fan. I like that storyline, but it's getting to be too much. It's getting to be way too much. But Dragon Lee and AJ Styles, they are a really great tag team. I can see a tag team championship for them before he retires.
Yeah, that would be, I mean, that's obviously an awesome team. Would their team name be AJ Lee?
That would be a great twist. That'd be a great twist. And then we had
anything else happen on Raw?
Yeah, we had LA Knight and Kofi Kingston had a match. Um, they had a really good match, which ended with Kofi Kingston eating a BFT and losing the match. LA Knight had already that night said, when Crown Jewel's over Seth Rollins, he wants the first crack at him because he was the last person to beat Seth Rollins. And that was a really good match. And then we had another main event, which is very surprising. We had this many matches on Raw. It's usually a lot of talking, but they did put a lot of wrestling into it tonight. The Usos and the Usos defeated Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed in a tornado tag match. Roman Reigns came back and he helped them to win that match. He was celebrating a lot with Jey Uso, and you can see Jimmy Uso in the background just looking at them celebrating together, just kind of leaving him out. And that's how Raw went off the air. So I'm thinking Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso are going to start feuding again here soon.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Because that worked out so well last time.
Exactly.
Roman Reigns, has he returned more times this year than he's wrestled matches?
I think everything he's done this year has been a return. It's been Roman Reigns has returned for this.
Yeah, every 2 months he has a return. Onto HDH League here. This week I took home the win again. Let me pull up the scores here.
I think we can just discontinue that part of the HDH League at this point.
I had 26.85. Shane, you were close, though. 23.75. Jolka, you took third place with 9.5 points.
Wait, I could have won? Fuck.
You were close. You were close. And if you... Who was it? Honestly, like, you didn't even really leave that many points on your bench. Like, you
I know.
Really close. Top scorer was for you, Shane. Mascara Dorada scored you 8.25 points this week. And overall standings, I am in first. Shane is in second. Jolka is in third. So, Jolka, I will let you go first regarding moves. I will let you know you have MJF on your roster. He is taking a leave for his honeymoon. So that's not. I don't think you can put him on your IR for that. But I just thought I'd let you know if you want to put him on your bench or drop him or whatever you can.
Yes. I'm going to drop Tomohiro Ishii from my bench.
Okay.
I'm going to move MJF to my bench.
Okay.
And
then do you want to pick up somebody else in free agency?
Yeah.
Or do you want to put Ishii into the starting lineup?
No. I want to. Does anyone have Bronson Reed right now?
No.
Then I want to pick up Bronson Reed.
Okay. Do you want me to slide him into the starting spot that MJF was in?
Yeah. That's great that I can see this in real time. That is awesome. I just watched you put that in. All right.
Yep.
Hold on, I need to find the link again. Okay. New phone's been fucking it up. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, also, I was going to say I can send it in the Zencaster chat if you need me to. You got it? Okay.
Also, Mr. Iguana, I'm going to drop.
You're going to drop him?
Yes, and I'm going to pick back up Nick Wayne.
Nick Wayne, okay. All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I think I'm going to drop El Hero del Vikingo.
El Hero del Vikingo, okay.
And that is in my high flyer spot.
Yeah.
I'm going to add, let me see, I don't think anyone has him. No, I'm going to add Dragon Lee.
Okay.
And then
okay, so new additions to your roster here. We got Dragon Lee. Just want to make sure I bold these so I remember to change them later on the other sheets. Anything else?
Yes, I'm gonna I'm gonna take Okada and put him on my reserve or no, on my bench,
Okay.
and drop. Uh, I'm gonna
Let's see.
drop.
You should. I'm gonna say if you wanted to, you could move Christian into the AEW spot and then just put anybody off your bench into that flex.
All right, yeah, I'll put Christian into. Or no, I wanted to see if anyone had. I don't think they do.
I'll give you hologram.
Hologram.
Yeah. Give you hologram for him.
No, that
Hologram
doesn't
is
sound
injured.
good.
I'll just put that out there.
I was gonna drop Trick Williams.
Drop Trick Williams. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you want to move Okada to the bench, you said?
Yep. I'm just not ready to get rid of him yet.
Okay. And then is there anybody you want to pick up?
That is for AEW.
Yeah, but you can move Christian up to the AEW spot and have a flex open, which can be literally anybody.
All right, yeah, let's do that. Let's put Christian up to the AEW spot.
Okay.
And then let's pick up shit. What's her name? Not Roxanne Perez, but the other girl in Judgment Day. Why is that blanking me?
Raquel?
Raquel Rodriguez, yeah.
Okay. There you go.
All right.
Anything else?
Did anyone have Stephanie Vaquer? Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, somebody does. I do, yeah.
I'll trade you for Okada.
Done. Deal. Yep, absolutely.
Really?
Yep.
All right. Then I'm gonna put JC Jane on the bench and put her in the active lineup.
Okay. Stephanie Baker. JC Jane. Okay. Is that it?
Let's see. Does anyone have Finn Balor and JD McDonough?
I don't think so. No.
All right, I'm gonna take those two and drop the War Raiders.
Okay.
And then I'm good after that.
All right. A lot of moves from Jolka, revamping his roster. Shane, it is up to you now. Hologram is injured. Did Effie come back this week?
Yeah, so I'm gonna put hologram in my IR.
Okay.
This goes till after. This goes to WrestleMania, right?
Yes, WrestleMania is the last week here.
All right, so I'm putting him in my IR. I'm not gonna cut him. He goes
Yeah.
in my IR. I'm gonna move Mina Shirakawa to that spot in AEW.
Oh, okay.
Effie can go in the flex. And I'm gonna drop Atticus Cogar.
Okay.
And
Who you
I'm gonna
picking up?
pick up Zandokan Jr.
Okay, I won't stop you from doing this, but I'm pretty sure CMLO just announced that he is also injured.
I am going to immediately drop Zandokan Jr. What a run on my roster that man had, am I right? Damn, okay. Fuck me, I guess. That's
You
fine.
pick up Ishimori?
We'll see Ishimori here. It makes sense, I want to have him on my team.
Yeah, no, I spelled that wrong.
He'll be starting next week for damn sure. And I'm also gonna drop. Let me check here. Check my roster real fast. See if she's been active a lot this month or not. Not her. Actually, I'm gonna move Bozilla into the Thecla spot in the women's.
Okay.
I'm going for quantity over quality here in terms of the points here. I'm gonna move. Oh shit! I have nobody else in my WWE for WWE. I can't do that. Hold on.
Well, you only have you have EO.
Okay, I'll move EO and WWE, and unfortunately, I am gonna drop Motor City Machine Guns for now.
Okay.
When they come back to do more work.
Yeah. Who do you want to pick up?
I am going to go with Neon.
Neon. Okay.
From CMLL. My high flyer.
Good work.
And then I'm also going to drop Lashley and Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick up a tag team there.
Yeah, I don't think you have any other tag teams on your roster, so you do got to pick up a team to replace them.
Well, my teams are doing better than than Jolka's tag teams. No offense. Look up my cage
I
match.
think of who you might want to pick up here. See, you have FTR. I have the Young Guns and Jet Speed. Young Bucks are out there. Nobody has the Young Bucks.
I am going to pick back up BMI 2000 here. They are finally wrestling more again.
All right. You didn't want Rod and Todd?
Not the moment. I don't know if they're going to be winning anytime soon is the problem.
Yeah.
Cerise had a pretty solid muscle. I'm not going to do anything with her.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, the people that I've been noticing were problems you've kind of already cut off. So, other than Hechicero loses a lot, man. Like
he
he gets some wins here and there. He wrestles a lot though. So the volume is there for the opportunity for more wins, but boy, he loses all the time.
You know who else has been losing quite often recently is Utami Hayashishita, and it's getting me concerned.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't won a match in her last 4. Definitely concerned. I'm going to keep her. The last move I'm going to check here is Suzu. I know she was on a little break, and I know neither of you guys are going to pick her up if I do drop her, which is very nice. Yeah, I'm going to unfortunately drop Suzu Suzuki. I know that's kind of an extra IR slot for me because none of you two are going to get her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to drop her, and I'm going to replace her with Saya Kamatani. And I'm going to actually change
Didn't
what I
she just win the
she
strong
just
title?
Yeah. I'm gonna move her into Bozilla's spot in the women's actually. Keep Bozilla on the bench.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. As far as mine, I don't think there were any moves I wanted to make other than I'm going to move Mystico up into my veteran spot. Michael Oku has a big title match this week, so I'm going to throw him in the flex just in case he pulls that off, and then I'll throw Tony Storm to the bench. Don't think there's anything else
if it's okay, I'd like to do one more.
Here.
If it's okay with you.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's fine.
I want to drop Matt Cardona as my veteran and replace him with AJ Styles.
All right.
Great drop right there, I want to say.
I'm like, that doesn't look good on paper now that it's in front of my face.
Yeah. So, all right. So is that all the moves? Everybody done?
Yeah.
Yes.
You better hope I don't
All right,
remember
sweet.
the name
So that
Susie
is it.
Suzuki next week.
She ain't gonna wrestle.
How is this fair?
She's not gonna wrestle.
That's fine. I can
We'll
drop
move
a
on
Swerve
here.
Strickland for that.
If you drop Swerve Strickland for Suzuki, I am picking up Swerve Strickland.
Now for our favorite things of the week. This, of course, is where I hand out the gold, silver, and bronze hot dog. Shane hands out the gold, silver, and bronze handshake. Joko will give us a 3 count of his favorite things, starting, of course, as always, with the bronze handshake. Shane.
All right, so this week, I was working a fuck ton, but I do gotta give it to the entire idea of the CMLL Pokemon show.
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be fully bought into it. I mean, there's no little small things. They had gear, they had everything. I think it was a really fun show.
Yep. All right. My bronze this week is going to go to the FTR Big Stoke Willow Nightingale segment. I thought that was really good. It was one of those promos that just really made you feel when Willow was talking. Like, just her whole part was absolutely perfect, incredible. So I'm going with that segment. Joka, what was the third thing for you this week?
The 3 goes to literally whatever drug that WWE creative is on that they think that we're going to believe that AJ Styles John Cena was the plan the whole time. They're once telling everyone they're retarded. So that is what my 3 goes to. Whatever drug they are on thinks that we're going to believe that crap.
Yeah. Shane, what's the silver handshake?
Just out of curiosity, do you know when the last time I gave that at any of these WWE was?
Now what?
The last time you gave one, it was shit. Was it Punk and Gunther? I think it was Punk and Gunther.
Okay, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, and then before that, I think it was Vikingo and Chad Gable from the AAA show.
I am going to give my silver handshake to the main event of Effie's Big Game Brunch in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Parker and Effie as a tag team, they get it really, but the whole match was against Leonardo Darwin and Tate Mayfairs, who I like Tate Mayfairs a lot. He's a good young talent.
Mm-hmm. All right. My silver is going to go to Hangman Page versus Lee Moriarty from Dynamite. I really enjoyed that match. I know some people didn't like it, but I quite enjoyed it. Joko, what's number 2 for you?
Number 2 this week is going to be LA Knight and Kofi Kingston. That was a really good match. I think Kofi Kingston's really underrated where they put him on the card for how good he really is. But that was a really good match that they got to put together.
Yep. All right. And Shane, what is the gold handshake going to this week?
Azumi versus Sai Kamatani.
All right. I probably could have guessed that.
Even though Azumi refuses to sell a leg or a goddamn limb.
That's what we love about her.
I love her, but for fuck's sake, just once in your life.
My gold hot dog is going to go to Gabe Kidd versus Shingo Takagi from Destruction. That was definitely my match of the week. And Joka, number 1 for you.
Number 1 thing of the week would be Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. That storyline progressing with them being able to face Asuka and Kairi Sane coming up at Crown Jewel. I think that's probably the most exciting match I'm most excited for on the card.
I don't think we talked about it last week, but the amount of mist that Rhea Ripley took.
It was the same amount as it was the same amount to Io Sky this week too. It's in their mouth, on their teeth. I would be mad.
Fucking Smurf shit over there,
dude. She looked like a Na'vi from Avatar, dude. It was insane. Yeah, that was crazy. On to the lightning round here. This is where I'll give you guys the matches we're going to be seeing this week. You'll give me your excitement level on a scale of 1 to 10. First, Shane, we got the Dynamite 6th anniversary this week. With Hologram injured, Orange Cassidy will replace him, challenging Kyle Fletcher for the TNT title.
Like a 5. I was excited to see my boy Erez in the AEW, but now I can't, so fuck that.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm very excited for Kyle Fletcher, Orange Cassidy, though. It's going to be great. Adam Page, Samoa Joe, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, and Daniel Garcia.
A 7. I feel like it's just kind of going to be more of the same that we've seen with the Death Rider stuff, so.
Yep. Darby Allin and Chris Statlander versus the future women's tag team champions, Marina Shafir and Wheeler Yuta.
A 6.
And then Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks versus Brodito and Kenny Omega. Brodito Omega, as if you will.
I'll give that one a 9.
Yeah, that's a 10 for me. Immediately put the trios titles on Brodito and Kenny. What are we doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's the best trio they've ever put together.
The House of Omega.
Yeah. And then Jolka, we got 2 matches announced for Raw next week. First, Becky Lynch defends the Women's Intercontinental title against Maxine Dupree.
I'd go with an 8. Maxine Dupree is getting a lot better. And it's really good to see her actually wrestling in the ring.
Mm-hmm. And then Lyra Danielson Valkyria versus Roxanne Perez.
That I'm looking forward to. That'd be a 9 because I know Becky is going to be involved, or Bailey is going to get involved in some capacity. And she stayed mostly sane this week, so next week she's probably going to be crazy ass. Like, she's really the most exciting thing about the show right now.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the lightning round. Match recommendation of the week. Since this is the Dynamite 6th anniversary, I'm going to go with my favorite Dynamite match, a match I was in the building for. Kenny Omega versus El Hijo del Vikingo from March 22nd, 2023. Absolutely incredible match. Vikingo did shit in that match that I haven't seen before and I haven't seen since. Just incredible match. So Kenny and Vikingo. If you want next week, we wanted to predict Superhuman Taiji Ishimori goes even more crazy, but no matches have been announced yet. So, but we might talk about that show next week. We'll definitely predict Crown Jewel and New Japan King of Pro Wrestling. If you want to listen to more of us, we just put out a review of Unforgiven 2005.
I actually have a trivia question for you guys before we go. I've been trying to think of good ones every week for you. So this one, who were the first team to hold the tag team championships at the same time as the WWF championship and Intercontinental championship?
Fucking 2-man power trip. What do you want me to say?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't 2-man power trip. It was the dudes with attitudes. It was Diesel and Sean.
Most people would say it's Diesel and Sean, but Diesel was not the WWF champion when they won the title. He won that a little bit after they lost the tag team championship. The 2-man power trip is the correct answer.
You were right. Shit, I could have sworn it was the dudes with attitudes.
That's why I looked into it too, because I saw that on YouTube and I'm like, no, there's no way. And then I looked into it. I'm like, wow. I'm like, this would be a great trivia question because I didn't even.
I just forgot about the dude's bad attitude. I'll be real.
This week's classic review will be Takeover War Games 2019. We got tons of other reviews, other NXT, WWE, ECW, WCW, New Japan, Noah, All Japan, all over the place. So check out all of those classic reviews and remember to enjoy wrestling.